welcome back to Simple Green and the U.S. Open of Handball. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Dave Fink. It's Danielle Daskalakis up against Tracy Davis in this women's quarterfinal match. The last broadcast match the afternoon. I want to welcome everybody in who's watching back at home here. Do appreciate the fact that you've tuned in to watch this live feed. Dave, we have really one of the most interesting matches so far. They've played a lot, but they're close to being equal in ability. Danielle's trying to break through and become that top American women's player. Tracy's already kind of shown her colors, and she's trying to ward off young Daskalakis.
Well, it's amazing, Dave, how international women's handball has become. Our top players are from Ireland, Canada, and the United States. But of all the years that these two have played, the only time Danielle won was in Vegas in the one-wall big ball. Tracy's won all of their previous encounters up until that. Tracy's a mentor figure and an idol to Danielle, so that makes it challenging when you play someone that you've always admired.
And Danielle is one of these women players, actually just one of these handball players I've seen. When they warm up, you go, how does anybody beat them?
Mm-hmm.
She looks so smooth when she's in there warming up. And she still looks smooth when she's playing the match, too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying when you warm up with her in the court at the same time, you get a little intimidated.
Okay, let's go. We're ready to start women's singles open quarterfinals. I'm going to write a number down here. Danielle, pick a number, 1 or 2. The number is 1.
Dan Armijo, our referee, he's 53 years old, and he's here in the open division, the pro division.
And Chris Luna.
He's kind of taken over the broadcast at this point. But this is our last broadcast.
Okay, let's play ball.
The afternoon, Dave, and I know you've got a lot of family duties later, but I hate to be this guy, but
from Tucson, Arizona,
I'm sure the WPH is going to have to host something this evening.
And returning.
Okay, well, we're back here listening to the announcements.
But doesn't the WPH also have to post boilers? I mean,
it's true.
Yeah. 0, serve 0.
Dave, Tracy Davis, just an incredible athlete, amazingly fit. Actually, Dave, I know you're concerned. I was listing all my favorite athletes: Roger Federer, Luis Moreno, Tracy Davis. Those are my top 3. Yeah.
Oh.
Those are the people I admire most in sports. You before you stop playing.
Wow.
Side out. 0, 0.
One of these days when I play again, maybe I'll make it back into your top 100.
Yeah. John Bike, of course, was always in my top 3, but he also announced his retirement, so now he's one of my top 3 favorite retired athletes.
But John retired for a different reason. He retired because he didn't want anybody that was lesser than him as a person to defeat him in the court as he got older. He's doing it for reasons that are just completely odd. You and I could lose to him, but that's not a big deal to him. He didn't want to get beat by Anthony Celesto or the Abraham Montijos.
Oh, so you're calling out names now.
Well, I'm just giving examples. He decided to retire before that took place. I don't blame him. He has a legacy. You and I, our legacy is right here in the booth, I have a feeling.
Flying around the world criticizing referees. That's our legacy.
Well, that's all we do, apparently. I don't make fun of referees anymore. Look at that. I thought Danielle was going to get a shoestring return there, but unable to throw it back in.
4, 0.
Tracy off to a very fast start. Tracy, Dave, played in the FLF Salute to Kids, which was a great tournament. Over 40 kids under the age of 18 playing in that event. She played in the men's A's and beat a local guy named Andy Wills, who's a very strong player. Dave, that was, I think, probably the best Tracy's played. And there was a lot of talk about that at the club.
Yeah, it's big because Andy is a really good player. So, yeah, I certainly know who he is. You know I know who he is because he was my doubles partner, and we defeated you and your doubles partner last year in Tucson.
Well, there wasn't one shot I hit to Andy that he didn't return.
He's a 60-year-old male version of Tracy, so it's like she played herself if she was a guy that was 60.
8 serve 0.
And Dave, 8-0 here. I mean, is Tracy making a statement? You know, you got the last win against me in one-wall big ball, and you know, I'm going to go ahead and show you that there's no new queen in town.
Point.
It just seems to me, though, what I just don't understand.
9 serve 0.
Danielle looks so good even when she's not winning, and I wonder, how does she not have any points? Because she just looks like she should be the best player in handball.
Well, until she gets Tracy.
Look at that. She makes shots like that, but then she has no points.
Until she's able to consistently take Tracy out of the front court, it's going to be hard for her to get on the scoreboard. And that's what's plagued Danielle, Dave. You talk about how good she looks, and it's true, but then she makes these strange errors.
0.
Score is 9-0, and sometime here in the onslaught that Tracy's bringing, Danielle's going to have to call a timeout, right? Like now?
Point.
You can't be 10-0 down in your quarterfinal match and not call a timeout.
10-0.
And this has only been, what, 3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes and 50 seconds into this first game.
Make that 11-0. This is where you turn around and call a timeout. And there it is.
Timeout, your first.
These
1
two, Dave,
minute.
played at the NYC Women's Race for 8 event in season 1, which was about 10 months ago. And it was 25-22. And Tracy said, you know, she just played amazing. I was lucky to win. Here, it looks like Danielle's going to be lucky to score a point. So a lot changes in 10 months. Believe me, I know.
Well, they used to say that every year you lose, you've lost 7 years in reality. But that...
Who says that?
I just made it up.
Yeah,
I said
okay.
they. I'm talking in like reverse third person. There's a nice wave from one of our benefactors. But, Dave, you know, in technology, for every year you lose 7 years of technology. But I believe that is transitive into handball, or into sports, I should say. That you take a year off, it's not easy to come back. We saw that it wasn't necessarily easy for some of these pro athletes to come back, like Michael Jordan.
Steve Nash is making an amazing comeback, though.
So
I mean, he's out all year this year again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so
didn't hear the news.
Picked up his gym bag and
11
tore something in his back, so he's going to get $9 million for watching TV.
And then he'll brag about it on social media, saying, "I've got my money."
Why would I retire? I've got $9 million guaranteed coming to me.
12.
He just admits it. Everybody else tries to deny it.
Yeah.
That makes me like him more. That ball slid. I actually. I like him more because of that.
Yeah.
He's at least being honest. Everybody else lies about it. 13-0, and
side out.
There's the first side out from Daskalakis.
0-13.
I had an opportunity to spar with Tracy earlier this week, Dave,
Point.
As we prepared for this event.
1-13.
One thing about Tracy that you can say about a lot of great champions is she plays completely differently in tournaments than she does in practice.
13.
She's just a much, much better player in tournaments.
Point. 3-13.
And just like that, Danielle scores 3 points in less than 1 minute. Make that 4.
Point.
And now we're at 1 minute and 1 second, according to my stopwatch.
4-13.
It took Tracy 7 minutes to get to 13. Danielle took 1 minute and 4 seconds to get to 4.
Great shot from Tracy.
Side out.
Tracy's got the shot that we talked about earlier in the day, Dave, where she can hit it off the front wall at the perfect height so it doesn't come off the back wall.
Over. Check the ball.
And Dave, this is the women's race for 8-2, stop number 1. There are 4 stops this season.
Hold it. You're way over on your front foot. So your whole foot was over.
The next stop, Dave, is in San Francisco for the ladies in February. And then they'll be also playing in New York a couple of weeks later, and then the Women's Players Championship in Salt Lake. Love to see some mixed doubles race events.
Point.
I don't know how we could make that happen, but
Well, you're really into that mixed doubles thing.
I love it.
14-4. Point.
And there's that strange air from Danielle.
15-4.
15-4 here. Beautiful Southern California. This weather, Dave, has been the best I ever recall at the Simple Green U.S. Open. It's so moderate. It's been a great year nonetheless, even in Tucson where we live, but weather's just unreal. Tracy gets a
splat
point there. I like it. That was a big, wide open, flat hand that was able to kill that.
Side out.
Tracy stops moving her feet and her body when she tries to take the left-handed shot off the back wall. That's why she makes a lot of bears. Loses her flow.
Danielle got fooled back there, and it does get tricky later on in the afternoons here because there's a little skylight and you get to see some weird shadows that don't really go into the court, but you're seeing dark, and then all of a sudden it's white back there, and kind of fools you just a little bit.
17-4.
We're at 17-4 now. You hear the referee Dan Armijo calling it. 18-4. This is a shellacking.
Medium. 18-4.
Tracy Davis.
Medium.
Wow, a lot of power there from Danielle. Oh, beautiful underhand paddle shot there from Danielle Daskalakis.
For the side out. Timeout, number 2, 1 minute.
Timeout being called on the court here. You're watching the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball. Beautiful Southern California. Southern California here, where the players from all around the world have converged to win ranking points, cash, some bragging rights. California is a great place. They don't throw their garbage away. They just make it into TV shows around here. Entertainment capital of the world.
30 seconds.
Since being in town, I've seen or discovered 15 new shows I didn't know existed. All reality shows.
Reality shows do a lot of great things for the world. Great things for the people that star on them. I don't think anything's ever gone poorly for someone that decided to star in a reality show.
No,
Their life just gets so much better.
Instant celebrities.
Yeah.
Well, if it's, you know, there's a lot of things here in California. You think of the ocean, you think of the celebrities, that Hollywood, the movie stars, reality series. Nothing is wrong in California that a rise in the ocean won't take care of. If there's any problems, you just hope that the tide will carry it away. That's kind of what happens around here.
Time's in. 18.
And with all that vanity and self-loathing, it's still such a beautiful place. And I know that you and your family, Dave, have just really enjoyed being here so far with wife Tricia and baby Henry. It's a real, true family event. We have a lot of babies and wives and husbands hanging out at this facility this weekend.
Yeah, if you're going to bring your family to an event, it's
got to
be this
right?
one.
I mean, I just don't understand why we don't have like 2,000 people here playing in this tournament. I'm really serious. It's
5.
You just don't know what you're missing until you come here. The weather is just unbelievable. I mean, I don't feel anything. It's not hot. It's not cold. But it's been like that since 3 this morning. That's right. 3 this morning.
Well, I didn't go to sleep last night.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I finally stepped out of the lair at 3 and decided to just keep it going.
6-18. Point. 7-18.
My wife asked me the other day if I slept well. I said, no, I made a couple mistakes.
18-7.
18 serve 7.
Point.
Make that 19 now, and Tracy just continues this role that she has here, and it's really, I think, just
19-7.
I'm not going to let this one person get past me type mentality that she has. I mean, I'm not necessarily thinking that Tracy's got a better game than Danielle. It's just that she doesn't want Danielle to beat her.
Well, I think it's both, actually. You know, I don't know how much four-wall Danielle plays, but I do know how much four-wall Tracy plays, and it's quite a bit, probably more than anyone I know.
Except for Luis Moreno.
Oh, good rally.
Pretty close.
Seven 19. No. Second serve. Eight 19. Hold it.
Was it wrist ball or?
Wrist ball.
Yep.
Nice call. Nineteen 8. Point.
Dave, I know that
serves 8.
you were once a professional golfer. You hold your pro golf card.
I don't know what that means, pro golf card.
Well, you got the card.
Well,
you qualified on the pro golf tour, so
I
therefore
made a couple of checks on mini tours.
Okay, so it was still a tour, and you got it. Okay.
Okay.
Now that you're in Southern California, do you have this inkling to want to, hit a couple of the top courses? I mean, I know you're at a tennis facility, and you just are just so eager to want to get out there and hit the ball. But what about golf out here? Because how could this weather be? I hear Catalina has a course, and you just want to just maybe go out there and hit a couple balls out in some of these famous courses out here, don't you?
Well, it's even harder at the office where we actually are on a golf course.
Yeah, that's rough.
One of the best courses in Arizona.
Good rally.
There's a side out. But have you played Southern California golf when you had your run of good luck?
I never have played here in Southern California. Played quite a bit in Northern California, but never south.
Game.
The first one goes to
21-9.
Tracy Davis,
5 minutes.
defeating Danielle Daskalakis 21-9. I'd like to continue this conversation about golf in Southern California. Just trying to engage you a little bit. We'll have a 5-minute break, though. I want you to stick close to that. Golf was once a rich man's sport, but now it has millions of very poor players, Dave. Very poor.
Well, I think that's a fallacy. It still is a rich man's sport.
Is it?
And it's a sport for people that have 5 or 6 hours a couple times a week.
I've ever tried to play it. I was out 140 green fees and cart, but that was back in the days when I used to have a cart. Then I would throw my golf clubs into the water. That was 600. I'm pretty cheap, golfer. But then 12 to 20 balls per. Because even while I'm waiting, I'll just tee off into the woods or out in the ocean, depending on what I'm playing. So we get done with the day, and you have a $500, $600, $8,000 day, depending on if you win or lose.
I think the only sport that comes even close is skiing, where it actually is $1,500 per day.
Yeah,
every day.
That's just the lift tickets.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. 3 minutes. Stick around. Racefor8.com. More action coming up.
I'd like to thank my parents that drove me to all the games, all the long away games.
We have some really far away games.
Obviously, my parents were the most important people in the world.
My mom, dad, and my older sister, Marissa.
My mom and dad for getting us involved in sports when we were kids. With 7 kids, it was never easy to get us all involved, but you did an awesome job.
The dinner table was always a fun place to be, and even if you lost on the court, you usually tried to win at the dinner table.
I'd like to thank my dad for getting me into handball and getting into sports.
I'd like to thank my father,
my dad first and foremost.
I'd like to thank my peer group.
My friends who I play with daily.
Ricky.
My best friend, Maria.
My freshman basketball coach. By making that freshman basketball team and the coach having seen something in me, it put me in the path to where I am now and playing sports my whole life and being more of a lifestyle.
What really got me started into sports was my grandma and my grandpa, because my grandma coached my soccer team. My sisters.
My husband.
My wife.
My in-laws.
My brother Alan for being a great player and a great model for how to be on the court.
Considering my age, which is 79, I'd like to thank handball, my younger children, and everybody that's younger than me for keeping me in this game, because I think I'm healthy and mentally alert because of it.
So thank you.
Thank you for getting me into handball.
You might have been his biggest benefactor for supporting me and coming out here.
Creating such an amazing atmosphere.
Keeping me fired up and loving the game.
Being an inspiration.
Without them, I don't think I would play sports.
I know it wasn't simple.
Wasn't simple.
Wasn't simple. Wasn't simple.
But he sure was sport fit.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Zions, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Get ready for your next barbecue with the Southland's most delicious smoked sausages. I'm Rachel Serrato from Far West Meats. My family has provided quality, delicious meats locally for over 90 years. At Far West Meats, we take pride in serving a mouth-watering variety of smoked sausages, including beef, chicken, and Louisiana hot or mild, and our new products like Red Hots and Chicken Chorizo. Please find Far West Meats products at your local supermarkets, including Albertsons, Smart & Final, Stater Brothers, Superior, Gardinas, Walmart, Food for Less, and Winco.
Far West Meats is proud to be participating in the Simple Greens U.S. Open of Handball, as we have been a part of the Southern California handball community for over 40 years.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green all-purpose cleaner. Use straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 44 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out, from kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Okay, let's start game 2. We got linesmen.
And we are back.
Serve 0.
And we're back. 0 serve 0.
And Dave, I believe we'll be taking the cameras outside tomorrow. Check out some of the outdoor action.
Yeah, we will definitely have some outdoor play that you will be a part of, to include, but not limited to.
Yeah, of course. It's
always have to throw that,
no, I love
disclaimer has to be thrown in there. We have some men's semifinals indoor, but then it's backed up with some men's pro doubles. And then we go outside and we have some 3-wall semifinals in the big ball arena, and then we'll see a
so that
one-wall
doubles
match.
is at what time?
Well, according to my handy dandy, it's the 9:30 in the morning will be the men's semifinals indoor 4-wall. Then 12:30 will be the men's pro doubles
so I'm off from
semifinals.
12:30 until
2 o'clock will be the women's race for semifinals. It's only going to be one of those matches. It's either going to be Katrina Casey or Ashleen Riley or the winners of and all that stuff. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to have the men's big ball 3-wall semifinals, singles. 4 o'clock to 5 will be the big ball 3-wall doubles semifinals. And then 1 wall is going to be displayed out here. It's going to be nice.
Yeah,
this weather is just perfect.
It'll be a lot of fun.
How could you get any better or worse than this?
Serves 1. Two, 1. That's good. Three, 1. No. 1 serve. Point.
Now Danielle is doing to Tracy what Tracy did to Danielle. Wow, nice shot. As a left-hander, Dave, do you look at some of these players that play, you know, that are left-handed and also kind of just say, let's see how they handle this? I mean, do you look at it that way? Because it is kind of rare to see a lefty in handball for some reason. I mean, can you name 5 players that are top players that play left-handed?
No.
Danielle, besides
one of them
Danielle?
today, Dermot Nash, who I'm not convinced is left-handed. His right to me looks just as good.
Side out.
Danielle is a good lefty, though. You have to admit it.
Very stylish lefty.
5-1.
And Dave turning the tables here, Danielle. Remember, game number 1, she trailed 13-0. So since then, she's actually outscored Tracy. And more importantly, has a 6-1 lead in the second game.
6-1.
It's all about the sleeveless for Danielle.
She goes without the sleeve. She
gets the
mojo. And we've seen 3 swing and misses from Tracy in 3 of the last 3 points, which is very hard to do.
Well, Dave, I thought that first half of the first game was the best I've ever seen Tracy play 4-wall. So maybe Danielle knew that and said, I just got to weather the storm here.
8-1.
And let her cool off, and maybe I'll get myself into the groove, which has happened.
Side out. 1 serves 8.
Another swing and miss from Tracy.
That was a pretty easy opportunity.
Eight, 1.
Dave, I know you're excited for your annual Los Caballeros costume party tonight. You've attended that, I believe, 6 years in a row. In fact, you won the dance contest there last year and came in second in the costume contest. You went as...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll get it. I've ruined it now, but we'll get it.
I'm waiting for it, though. I want to hear this too.
Yeah,
I want to know what I was wearing. I can't quite remember.
It's gonna be good.
I know it's there.
Yeah.
On the tip of your tongue.
I got the first letter and everything.
1-10.
At this hypothetical costume party.
No, the costume party's real. You've been there.
One woman said to this other woman, I recall just overhearing it, aren't you wearing your wedding ring on your wrong finger? And she said, yes, I am. I'm married to the wrong guy. And I said, wow, this is going to be one heck of a night. And it was. I just still need to know what I went as, because I can't quite recall that.
Well, you went as Skippy from Family Ties.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I butchered that too badly to even get a courtesy laugh.
Front foot, second serve.
I know a lot of our viewers right now on IMDb checking that.
Well, at every party, there's two types of people.
Yeah.
Those that want to go home.
Yeah.
And those that want to stay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they're usually married to each other. So.
Point.
Yeah, Skippy. I actually signed some autographs that night.
Yeah.
That's how good that costume was.
And yet you still came in second.
It's odd. Actually lost to the real Skippy. It's Southern California, nonetheless. Side out called here. Tracy's trying to just hang in, but Danielle's got a nice lead.
10-4. Good buddy. No. One serve. Point. Towel.
Referee calling a towel break here. You're watching the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball. Fountain Valley, California, with Skippy from Growing Pains, Mark Price, whatever you want to call me, and David Fink, Danielle Daskalakis, and Tracy Davis here for this match. Game number 2, Tracy gave a nice little shellacking to Daskalakis in the first game, but Danielle now returning the favor here.
Point.
Make that 12-4.
Dave, we have the first 3 semifinalists in this women's race for 8 event number 1. Katrina Casey winning her quarterfinal match, Dave. Get ready for this. 21-0, 21-0.
Yeah. Well, that's why she was out here in 5 minutes eating fajitas from the taco truck.
In the bottom, Dave, it was number 2 seed Aisling Riley winning 21-2, 21-1. Which seems pedestrian in comparison.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening to her. Kind of let down a little bit. That's why I was saying it's probably best that Courtney doesn't win that match.
Yeah,
because
probably.
This is one of those things where you don't really want to face Katrina in the next round.
And of course, the third semifinalist, Jessica Gawley, who we watched defeat CPM, Ashok De Mello.
Point.
Great shot there from Tracy. Front wall, sidewall kill. That was a shot, Dave, that I never learned growing up, but I see a lot of the top players using it. No, it's actually Drew.
Why don't you just try to do it? I mean,
well, I have tried now in practice, but I never think of it in a game. I actually don't think of anything productive
Point.
in a real match.
And other.
Well, that's true. Dave, it was Ashley Moeller defeating Martina McMahon today. Very good win.
That's a good win for Ashley.
Yeah, very good win for Ashley. Oh, a mouse. Or not. That ball just dipped in.
7-13. Point. 8-13.
When Tracy starts grooving her serve, Dave, it's as good as any serve in the game. And she hides it so well, too. You really can't read whether she's going left or right.
Very smooth shot right there from Danielle Daskalakis. Left-handed
13,
poke.
8.
Tracy
Point.
misplaying that reverse. I think Danielle comes over that
14,
ball and
8.
it hops into the left side wall.
Short.
And I see a lot of wrist action on that serve, which tells me, Dave, that she is going for a big hop. We talked about Courtney Pachot maybe being the only women's player to hop the ball, but
Side out. Timeout. 1 minute. It's your first.
There's a timeout being called here. Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California for the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball. Women's race for 8, stop number 1. This is a quarterfinal match. Earlier we had Courtney Pachot and Jessica Gawley, with Jessica defeating Courtney here as Courtney's making a comeback into pro ball, and that means that Jessica will face Katrina Casey, who got by her foe in the quarterfinals.
$30 seconds. Okay, let's get going.
Referee trying to round up his crew here as we try to get a conclusion to game number 2.
Time's in. 8-14.
Score here is 8-14, trailing by 6 is Tracy Davis serving the ball. Big setup down the middle of the court, and Danielle has a strange hop. Tracy decides not to take it off the back wall and just
Side out. Eight, 14.
game number 2.
$14-8. I think that's down. 15-8. $8-15.
Tracy Davis trying to get on some type of run here. And she can't do it if Danielle keeps muscling up shots like that.
15-8.
Danielle 6 points away from just shellacking.
Screen serve.
There's been a lot of shellacking here today.
One screen.
I'm trying to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Point. 16-8. Eight, 16.
I hate to make this about you, Dave, but I'm looking at a picture of you outside of the broadcast booth.
No way.
When did that happen?
Childbirth.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
It's never happened.
So you really do a great job photoshopping that. I guess I can't believe any of these pictures anymore.
Nope. It's almost better not to even look at them.
Yeah.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but I know for a fact I've never been outside of this booth.
I've never seen it.
Daskalakis back wall, swing and miss. Those balls coming straight down are so hard, Dave. As a pro player, do you ever consider going down to one knee and just saying, I'm just gonna try to flip this, flip it back?
I believe, Dave, that you need to go with more of a golf swing when that ball is coming straight down. So yes, you take your arm high and bring it down low and hit the ball with a scoop shot. I think if you try and hit that ball sidearm, your chances are almost zero. That's a great serve.
It really was. And now Tracy now within 4 points here, and it really looked like she was just
12-16.
packing it in, but now clearly not.
Now Tracy does not know the meaning of packing it in. Not in her vocabulary.
16-12. Yes. One serve. Seventeen, 12.
Oh, come on, Bruce. Knock it off.
Side out.
There's a side out. Tracy trailing by 5. I believe this is the closest she's been.
12-17.
This should be a setup for Tracy. Decides to go up to the roof here. It's Tracy's left versus Danielle's left, trading back and forth up high. Who's going to be the first one to go low? Looks like it's going to be Daskalakis. She does it. And a hand air from Tracy Davis, and there's a side out.
Dave, this reminds me of the 2012 Women's
17-12
World Championship final between Aisling Riley and Fiona Shannon. Aisling Riley just played terrible in the first game, scored only 6 points, never even looked to be a threat.
12-17.
And, much like this match, she was playing a mentor of hers and an idol of hers. She turned it around in game 2 and 3, ended up winning that World Championship. Could we see the same here with Danielle, who's never beat Tracy in 4-wall? Always admired her.
13-17.
Dropped the first game, was never in it. All of a sudden, she's on the verge of forcing a tiebreaker.
Yeah, but Tracy's not going away, though. You're seeing a lot more methodical play, and there is
amazing
another side out. But, Dave, Tracy's 38 feet back, Danielle's standing 15 feet back, and Tracy hits it right to where Danielle was standing. You have to have better control.
Well, maybe Danielle anticipated that was her only shot.
Well, she stood in that same spot for 3 shots. He has good anticipation.
17. Short. Second serve. Point.
There's another point. Tracy now at 14-17. This is where it starts to get interesting.
17.
Wow, Danielle so automatic when that ball is down in the strike zone with her left hand.
Timeout. Number 2.
And a smart timeout at that. We in the booth will also take one. It's 15-17. Timeout being called. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stay here at race48.com.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green all-purpose cleaner. Spray straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 11 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. From kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Okay, let's keep going. Yeah. Montijo. Somebody laps. Montijo.
I don't understand. Even in Vegas, it was just like, oh, here, you might give it a try. I don't know.
$1 a lap.
I mean,
Okay, time's in. 17-14.
every time we ever play, it's like 4 or 5 times.
17-14 score here. Danielle's so dangerous to their left. Tracy just keeps hitting every ball over there.
Danielle did not read the downspin on that shot and makes the error because of it. Tracy Dave averages 15 kill shots
17.
per match. Thus far in this match, Dave, she's at 9.
Tracy at 15-17 here.
15-17.
She was once 10 points behind.
Side out.
A lot of people, Dave, wonder how many swings does a handball player take during a match? Well, the last time Tracy Davis played Katrina Casey, Tracy Davis with 257 total shots, Katrina Casey with 242. So you're talking about 250 swings per match per person. Now we've seen other matches where long matches, close matches, 450 swings per person. That's just one round. Got to win 4 rounds to win an event.
It's a lot of swinging.
Yeah.
This should be a setup here. And by setup, I mean the ability to pound the ball past somebody, not necessarily a flat rollout. Tracy didn't do either of those. Still a hand air, though. Tracy needs to change her shirt.
18.
I mean, completely soaking wet. Referee has just got a check mark on my book. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a check mark.
Right.
Point.
They were cleaning down this court during the timeout, but you have to look at the causes of some of the condensation.
Front foot.
Oof.
Second serve.
Our referee takes away an ace there.
And Tracy smacks her foot. Do you see that? That one was almost another foot fall. Referee decided not to call that one for some reason. This might be a point for Tracy. Underhand paddle kill from Daskalakis, who forces this side out and puts more pressure on Davis.
16.
That was like sprinter speed from Daskalakis.
Huge setup, though. Why didn't Tracy take that off the back wall?
Just misjudged it. That ball also hopped away from her. And Dave, settle in. I believe we're going to have to play a third game here. I know you've already got your coat on.
I never take it off.
I know you watch the World Series of Poker. When you get your money in bad, the first thing they do is they put their coat on and get their bag on their shoulder, even though they're only a 60% dog.
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
They're also trying to reverse.
That's true. The reverse is.
I'm trying to do that too. I'm trying to reverse the reverse. I said this is going to go 5 hours, and now I'm standing up.
Point.
Yeah.
$17-19.
There's some sideline reporters out there totally in awe right now that there's so many fans watching this match. 18-19.
18-19.
Big setup. And to the strong hand of Daskalakis, and she just doesn't miss those.
That was a clutch shot.
Tracy cannot hit setups to her opponent's strong hand like that.
19-18.
Gosh. Tracy could have hit that anywhere but there and won the rally.
But she hits the harder shot, makes the elite corner kill, and gets the side out anyway. Danielle doesn't want to take it from her, and Tracy doesn't want to give it to her.
18-19.
Once again, another side out. That's 4 consecutive side outs. Danielle fighting Tracy off here.
19-18.
Just a terrible serve there from Danielle. Oh my gosh, amazing diving re-kill there from Danielle. Not only makes the dive, but a re-kill from the floor.
Let's take a look at that replay if we can. And here it is. Surprised Tracy didn't leave her feet for that one as well. Anything Tracy would have done to get that to the front wall would have been a winner. And now, chicken dinner. Winner, winner. Danielle Daskalakis needs 1 point. I mean, that's what she said after she won the Women's Classic. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Didn't know that.
On Facebook.
Oh, that's a good point.
Very famous line from Danielle Daskalakis after she won the Women's Classic earlier in the year. Simply after the win, she just wrote, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Sorry you don't follow the trends.
I did see that, as a matter of fact.
You didn't know what it was referring to, but...
No, I did.
Okay.
I did. We have the last 3 Women's Classic champions on the court right now, Dave.
The last 3? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Going to say there's only 2 women on the court, but I get the reference. This could be it if there's a hand there, which there isn't. Tracy avoidables Danielle, but it doesn't matter. And Danielle takes game 2. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll have a tiebreaker coming up next. Stick close. More action right around the corner at racefor8.com.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Zions, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Get ready for your next barbecue with the Southland's most delicious smoked sausages. I'm Rachel Serrato from Far West Meats. My family has provided quality, delicious meats locally for over 90 years. At Far West Meats, we take pride in serving a mouth-watering variety of smoked sausages, including beef, chicken, and Louisiana hot or mild, and our new products like Red Hots and Chicken Chorizo. Please find Far West Meats products at your local supermarkets, including Albertsons, Smart & Final, Stater Brothers, Superior, Gardinas, Walmart, Food for Less, and Winco.
Far West Meats is proud to be participating in the Simple Greens U.S. Open of Handball, as we have been a part of the Southern California handball community for over 40 years.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Use straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 44 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. From kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
Hey, she took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
At shelters, you'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Why wait? You can make a difference in the life of an animal. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person and adopt your new best friend today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Spray straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 11 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. From kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards!
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it goes.
Oh, no!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Back in Fountain Valley, California, game number 3, Danielle Daskalakis and Tracy Davis. Who's going to be the winner? Who is going to face Ashleen Riley tomorrow in the semifinals of the women's race for 8 stop? We will find out shortly. 11 points away from finding out, in fact. Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball here, streaming at racefor8.com. Tomorrow going to be on the Watch ESPN app with ESPN. The full season of the Race for 8 will be on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. You definitely want to stick around for that, because the more viewers, the better when it comes to the sport of handball being exposed on the mothership. We get the viewers, we get even more, as Paul Brady said just a couple days ago, if you get ESPN 3 today, it'll be ESPN 2 tomorrow, and then regular ESPN, and the whole network will be playing your stuff. And
tiebreaker.
Never looked at it that way, but that's sort of kind of the whole process. If you open up one door, you're hoping that all the other doors get opened up along the way. ESPN, the Watch ESPN app. I would not fiddle around tomorrow morning with trying to log in and watch the Watch ESPN app. I would try to do it now and figure that whole process out. Your username and password will be one that you create with your own service provider. It will not be a WPH or Simple Green created password. This is something you have to do on your own, and we are not going to troubleshoot for you. ESPN has a live chat area, and if you have problem logging into your own service provider, that is not a handball issue. That is you and your service provider. I would get that ironed out tonight. Dave, I know you've never been able to log into anything besides boxing message boards and vegan.com, but I know you have a username and password on that site. But
well, it only took me 6 months to get my ESPN app password sorted.
It took me 6 seconds, and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay?
Yeah.
Nah. But that's the difference between you and I.
There aren't many other differences.
Pretty much the same person.
Yeah, very similar.
Except for I'm trying to wrong all of my rights.
Oh.
Wait a second. That didn't come out right.
Yeah, no, it did.
I'm trying to right all of my wrongs.
You had it right the first time.
And you are wronging your rights.
Overhand tomahawk kill into the right corner.
If you got it, you might want to try it.
Yeah.
1-0.
I'm Native American. You might not want to use very offensive words like tomahawk around me.
Don't tell that to Daniel Snyder.
0-1.
We're all together at, well, nope, never mind. 0-1. Tracy Davis serving here with the pink shirt.
1-0.
Danielle, it looks like she didn't change her shirt between games, but she just has the same shirt and she wears it at every tournament. Multiple copies. And that's a nice right corner kill flub with the left hand. And Danielle now back in the box.
We've seen Danielle execute that shot
1-0.
a number of times in the second game and now here in the tiebreaker.
Dave, do you find it a little bit more difficult for women's players who have to, in between games, they have to change their shirts and they have to go, you know how far away the women's locker rooms are from here? Where do you change?
Well, it's
the guys just rip it off and put on a new shirt. Where do the women go? Because it's not easy to get there.
Well, there is a women's locker room.
I know, but it's, if you had to have a 2-minute timeout to change your shirt, you couldn't really do it if you're a female player at this facility. 2 minutes to go get your shirt, go find it, run to the locker. You have to literally run to the locker room.
The locker room is 25 paces away.
Okay.
Paces, which takes.
I know we have sideline reporters that won't like this, but with all these fans watching, I mean, look at how congested this is. You have to try to make your way through that. in a 2-minute window to change your clothing? That's tough. I think we.
Well,
need
I'm
to
just speculating here, but what if the
we need to
women
get changing
played?
rooms.
What if the women played in sports bras? They could change courtside.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know much about it. Can you take? I mean, I know Brandy Chastain can just rip her shirt off after winning.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's highly acceptable, but.
But the women volleyball players, that's their uniform.
Right.
So.
You're just stating facts.
Yeah.
Is that a squirrel, or are you just happy to see me? Tiebreaker.
All right, let's go.
A little extended break there. Not sure after just 2 points in the tiebreaker what that was for. An equipment change, apparently. Sometimes those straps will break on the glove. That's a nice shot. Ooh, tough to call that over. Tracy would have had to go full forward dive.
Tracy hasn't made that get yet in this match.
Ever. Actually, I've never seen her dive for a ball like that before.
Short.
Oh.
That was.
Okay.
Second serve.
Danielle's overpowering Tracy and just outplaying her right now.
I like that shot from Tracy.
Right out.
Tracy's got that intensity now, Dave. I can see it.
That's a beautiful shot. If you can do that on every shot.
1-3. Point.
Now at 2-3.
2-3.
This is one of those strange matches, Dave, where Tracy's outscored Danielle by 10 points overall, but finds herself trailing.
3-2.
Tracy has to run up when Danielle's in the front court because Danielle is so dangerous up there.
Side out.
Is that the correct call?
I think so.
Ball went squeak behind Tracy's back there, Dave.
Yeah, I thought it was the right call.
2-3.
I think both of these players look at the referee waiting. Foot fault. Left foot. Tracy's one of those that gets a foot fault on the first one. She'll actually just go for the same serve. Almost to bait the referee into saying double foot fault. I mean, she almost goes over on that next shot. Look at how close to the line she gets.
Side out.
Tracy will never get that ball back unless he changes that swing. And she has such a wide swing like that.
3-2.
3-2. Tiebreaker.
Point.
Wow. That's all you can say there. Unbelievable shot from Danielle Daskalakis.
4-2. Short. One serve. Two, 4. Point.
And that's the kind of point you want to win in a tiebreaker, Dave. Just serve ace.
3-4.
They feel really good when you get about 3 in a row.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Front foot over the line. One serve.
Well, Dave, if you're in a tiebreaker and you hit 3 aces, you only need to win 8 rallies on your serve to win the match.
There's another point there. 2 quickies here from Tracy Davis.
And that makes your job a lot easier.
4-all. Five, 4.
Ball hit that round hole in the front wall. No appeal from the players here. Made a really odd sound.
4, 5.
We haven't seen that camera angle. I don't even know if we have a camera in there. In fact, we used to. This morning I saw it for a brief moment. Guess we don't use it anymore.
Is that an avoidable there,
I
Dave?
think it is.
Yeah.
Outdoor, no, but here, yes. There it is. I love that, don't you?
This is incredible drama here now.
5-5.
We're all together at 5. Don't you just love this angle, Dave?
Yeah, I wish we'd watch every point from this angle.
Jeff Helam doesn't like it, but he wants to see the ball hit the front wall. But can't you just imagine when you see that right there what it does? I mean, don't you know exactly what happens? I do.
I much prefer it. And the reason, Dave, one of the reasons the NBA is so popular is because
they show the front of the players.
Yeah, fans feel so close to them.
Handball just shows the backs of these players. Isn't it nice to see their faces?
I wish we never saw the back. Watch every match from the front.
Video games used to show the back.
Or that camera right here, Dave, on the right there. I think this camera or the front wall camera, and that's it. That's just
6-5.
my take. I don't have a vote, though.
Nope. That ball
looked like a slide.
Did some crazy things, and I think it's going to be a point.
7-5.
See, Tracy actually hurts herself by not arguing in a spot like that.
How can you get fooled by 20 feet?
I think it slid.
Dead center. Another dead center shot.
Oh, hold it.
Wow. And a referee called it over. And that was one of the best shots of the whole tournament.
That's a hinder ball. Doodle.
He called it way before she dove.
I called hinder before she even hit it.
Watch this here.
Yeah, this was amazing.
It's a replay.
But the referee, you know, on his side, he did call way before she even left her feet. He called it, hold it here.
Was that a hinder, though? She banked herself behind Tracy.
Yeah, but they just seem never to call that. I mean, I hate it, but if I was reffing and I saw that, I'd almost have to call it just because that's the history of how you're supposed to call these. But no, I don't know if it really was a hinder.
I mean,
but
I don't know why.
The hold it part is that she could have made contact, and it might be a safety hold. Dave, you play all out. You don't know anything about safety.
Check it up front.
Actually, I used to dive, then I got old.
I used to dive, and then I got good. But I do understand what you're saying. And that's a safety hold, Dave. And then Danielle's upset with the referee, but I mean, really, what are you going to do? You want somebody to get hurt? I don't.
Have you ever seen anyone get hurt there?
Never
diving?
have.
Okay.
My entire life.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for it to happen. I know it will someday.
Okay.
And when it does, then I will never say it again.
So you'll go the reverse then?
Yes.
Okay.
Happens all the time.
Just going to get my stopwatch on you to see how quickly you can get out of this booth and into the parking lot. I've seen you do it in 5 seconds.
Really?
And I know that you're always trying to improve.
No, I'm not eager to leave this facility. No. This handball action is amazing. Still have a ton of energy.
And this is all part of that exit strategy where you set it up with how much you love being here, and next thing you know,
I have to take care of that big screen TV over there in the viewing center. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure someone else will take care of it.
Last night they turned the sprinklers on.
You're having your anniversary month, so I know that there's some plans.
We celebrate the anniversary over this whole amazing weekend of handball. And that ball slid 4 times in that rally, and it's a point for Tracy. Now it's 6-8. Well, nobody thought we'd make it 5 years.
It's actually been 9.
Well, to include my wife and myself. We're both in awe. So we're trying to just savor this last one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the WP.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay.
I was talking about
7-8.
the anniversary. The big.
Oh my gosh! What a serve! Unbelievable.
8 serves 8.
And Tracy
what a
is
time
very
to do it
focused
too.
right now.
And Danielle's going to have to call a timeout if Tracy wins this rally, right?
And that's going to be tough.
Tracy has not been winning anything up front. And Danielle gets a side out, now tied at 8.
I can't believe this drama here, Dave. 2 matches in a row we've been treated to unbelievably close tiebreakers. Oh, Oh, that was about an inch from being an ace.
And look at that, another side out. Tracy back in, 8-8.
I think the body language from Tracy now is intimidating for Double D. What a serve.
That was a really good serve, and she could not do anything with that serve right there. By she, I mean Danielle.
I love that front court angle. If we could see it for this serve.
9-8.
Oh, there it is. Look at this angle. Oh my gosh, that was a great serve. And
Just
that ball
about
actually hopped too.
3 inches short.
I thought it was good. That angle showed us it was good. And these players could go to instant replay if they wanted. This would be the time to do it.
1 short.
Wow, I actually think that ball was over the line.
9-8.
We had a great angle too, that front camera hole that we never get to see anymore.
Tracy went for it on the second serve. Oh no, that has to be off the back wall. A huge setup.
I like that from Tracy, and it's dug out from Daskalakis, and then a swing and a miss from Davis. Daskalakis back into the box.
Daskalakis used the very tip of her finger to return that shot, Dave.
If we can look at that replay back on that first serve, Tracy's looking back here, smiling to the referee. I don't know how you can smile at a time like this.
Well, people deal with nerves, and I think that's way short.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Okay, so
I have no clue what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
That front wall camera, I hate it.
9-8.
Hate it. I'm telling you. The worst angle I've ever seen. I don't want to make this all about you. I know we're in the middle of a towel timeout here, but whose Nike light blue backpack is this? Is the worst thing I've ever seen. Now, in this tournament, I've seen this thing multiple times. I'm not going to talk bad about one of our potential sponsors.
Right.
But I don't know if whoever owns that is helping kids across a sidewalk or crosswalk.
It's funny because the person who owns it has received a lot of compliments on it.
Really?
Yeah,
I can't imagine that
firsthand. Yeah.
It's really pathetic, actually. If I ever am seen with anything remotely sensitive like that, please.
It's funny because I was actually going to buy you one. I was at the Nike outlet, and I know how you are with gifts. I mean, when you get one, you have to use it for 10 years every day.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that watch about a year ago. You never wore a watch before in your life, and now you haven't taken it off. Yeah.
So the point
is I'm going to buy it for you.
Okay, please don't make it that color,
no,
please.
It will be that color.
Don't.
No, yeah.
Don't. No, please don't make it that color. Let's go with some color that men wear.
8
pink.
Serves 9.
Just hope that every month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That ball does not make it to the front wall. Now at 9-9.
Wow. Truly an unbelievable match here.
Big setup, though. Can you believe this, Dave? Now a side out.
Well, that's Danielle's best shot. She misses it.
9-9.
Wow, what a shot. Unbelievable. And a fist pump there from Tracy. Dave, I think she should go with a natural down the left into the left side wall crack for the match.
I like the right down the right with a reverse. And she goes for the right side and misses that crack over there.
She's going to go for it again on a second serve, Dave. This time to the left, though.
Oh, and she might have got it. Nope.
Set up.
Nice athletic play there from Daskalakis to fight that off. Tracy goes back to the roof, hits it a little too hard. Danielle off the back wall with the left hand.
Good shot.
And there it is. Tracy Davis takes down Danielle Daskalakis 11-9 here in the tiebreaker. And the crowd is putting their hands together. Danielle has to feel totally defeated here. One of the best matches we've seen so far of this tournament.
Well, that was amazing. And Dave, I guess the big question is, how are these two going to play doubles against each other after playing a match like that? Doubles together, I should say. They're a team in the one-wall big ball doubles.
Okay, right. Well, they're going to have to suck it up, I guess, as they say.
And Dave, that's why Tracy is one of the greatest champions in the history of this sport. She knows how to win. She finds a way to win, Dave. And that's what she did right there. Amazing match for both ladies. You hate to have to see one of them eliminated after such incredible handball, but unfortunately that's the way sports are. Danielle now knocked out of this tournament. Tracy lives to play another day. And Dave, I don't think I've ever seen Tracy this emotional. Of course, she's come out near the booth so we can see, as everyone does, but she is really, really happy right now, Dave.
Well,
and this is someone who's won over 50 national championships, and she's this thrilled about winning a quarterfinal match. It just shows you how important these matches are to her.
Well, Dave, you know this is an emotional game, and you can see Tracy is acting, we don't have it on camera, but acting unlike what we have seen her act previously, and that is that she's completely exhausted, and she just did something that is just really remarkable because she she held off one of her biggest foes.
Yeah.
And Danielle Daskalakis. They seem to match up at every tournament that they play in. They always end up playing at some point. So I think that, you know, this is emotional. She wants to keep her at bay, especially in four-wall.
Yeah.
Danielle wins the Women's Classic. Tracy's won it a couple years in a row and widely regarded as either number 1 or number 2 best American women's players out there. And now Danielle has a piece of that pie. And I think Tracy's sort of kind of saying, you know, I don't want you to take this away, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you don't. So we are going to say goodnight for now. Tracy Davis will face Ashleen Riley once again in the bottom bracket here, the semifinals. In the upper bracket, it'll be Katrina Casey and Jessica Gawley. That'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we'll have the pregame show with Dave Fink, yours truly, Dave Vincent, on ESPN, the Watch ESPN app. That match starts at 9:30, but at 9 o'clock, we go live on ESPN. And we will have our little pregame show. So we'll see you, what, 8:58?
8:59.
We have a lot to talk about.
Wow.
So
Hope you talk fast.
We're going to say goodbye for now. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to these live broadcasts on racefor8.com. We'll be on ESPN, the Watch ESPN app tomorrow, starting at 9. But for today, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this live broadcast at racefor8.com. For Linda Manning, Matt, Bruno Mars, Tatiano, Dave Fink, as well as Lolita De Vincent, Chris Garad, and I'm sure I'm missing a few people, John Bike, Anthony Celesto, Nikolai Nahorniak, those that helped out with the live broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow at ESPN and the Watch ESPN app. Good night.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.